Hello travellers and welcome to the Battling Barrow Gaming, and I am on this side of the room because today we're going to do a new series that I'm going to be calling Setting the Scene. So you watch me build terrain on the channel, and then you hopefully watch the videos of me playing games and utilising the terrain, but there's sort of a step missing in between, and that's just where I go over the process of setting up the board, the game board, the play area, and my sort of thoughts behind it. So that is what we're going to start off. And what we're going to kick off with is, just recently in my D&D campaign game, we went to the town of Kurutiba on Alcove Island in the Kingdom of Ierendi, and it's like a pirate town, so I thought we've got, you've seen me make pirate houses and beach stuff and docks. Let's put it all together and let's set the scene. So the first thing I will do when setting any scene is turn to my DM screen. There is a video about it here. I'm probably going to have to put these in the description because cards, you're only allowed so many cards and there's going to be lots of video references. So my DM screen allows for back scenes to be put in depending on where I am. And so at the moment it's black because there's nothing there. But we have these. Now, I have loads of these. And so these are great. So it's really easy for me to do now at the start of the session. But during the game, I'm behind the screen, so what do I do then? Well, in my DM folder, I have all the back screens that are sort of accessible to me, and because I'm sitting on the other side of the screen, I don't need to know what order they go in, so I've handily put sort of right, middle left, and left, sort of the initials of. So when I'm sitting behind the screen, I know R is the panel to my far right, MR is the panel to my right, but in the middle, ML likewise to my left, and L to the left. So I can set these up quickly and easily even during the game. But for now, we can set these up ourselves really easy from this side of the screen. Like so. So that's a good starting point for a visual element. But next, we need to set up the actual terrain. Now, I want to decide how I'm doing this. I want the harbour in, so I always tend to set things up in about a 2 foot by 2 foot area if it's just a non-encounter sort of roleplay session. Encounter wise, that's all down to the encounter, but so we are going to set up a 2 by 2 area. So I want streets at the back, beach at the front. So most of my terrain is in this room, so the buildings are in here and scatter pieces are behind me. But things, I need more storage. So in the room next door to this, there is a load of storage bins with the sort of terrain in the tiles. So I'm going to pick the street tiles and we are going to bring them back into the room and set them up. So yeah, I know I'm going to need my beach towel, so I'm going to get these out here already and put these down like so. But I need to know, so what I tend to do is I need to know the width of where my street tiles are going to go. So I will put beach tile there, and then that will give me the width of where I'm putting the back tiles. So now we can sort of think about street tiles. Now what I was thinking is I want some buildings at the back and I want a road that's going to come around here and go up here. So street tiles, so it's just a case of putting the tiles in, so I'm having the road going up here. One thing I should say at this stage is you might notice that my street tiles look slightly different from the making of video. I repainted them, so the path is now this sort of sandy stone colour, and I've added straw to them to make them look. I was watching a film called Yellowbeard, comedy pirate film, and it just got me thinking about those streets were really strawy and really well lived in, and I sort of wanted to have that feel in my street, so I added straw in, and it makes sense. There's going to be horses, aren't there? There's going to be lots of horses going around travelling, and we'll cover more of the horse aspect a bit later on, but for now I'm going to put this in some sort of speedy time lapse. So that is the streets laid down. Now, one thing I haven't covered on the channel, but I'll cover here, is what happens if I've laid down the street that goes straight and turns to a bend. Now, what happens if the players decide they want to go down that street further into the town? Do I want to carry on, little 4x4 tiles, quite time-consuming to set up? What I've done is I have these that I made, real simple things. These are quick loading trays, as I call them. Just basically a sheet chipboard with a rim here and here. And what I can do is have some more street tiles put onto these trays. So if the players move down, I can just get rid of the beach tiles, move the previous setup street tiles closer, and then put these into place. Handy. So we're looking good with the streets, and we've got a quick way to quickly change this current scene if the players decide to want to explore. But we're still setting up the basic tabletop. It is a dock, so we need to add some docks. So we go back to the bins in the next room and pick up the bin of docks. What you're not seeing here is normally down to my left here, I put the sea tiles and the ship here. So the player's ship. So, and that works sort of rather well because it makes it look like the ship is part of this terrain board as well. So I kind of like that. But for now, we'll just set up a little dock here. Well, I'm going to do some repairs, and that's the other thing when I throw these in. They do need repairing every so often, these ones. But ho hum, okay, well, that is good. So trying to do set something up, I might replace this one with one that isn't as broken and worry about repairing them later on. Okay, that's good. Let's add some boats. Let's add this one here and this one here. Cool. I think what we need now, before we go any further, is some buildings. Now these are in the room with me, just to my left as I'm sitting behind the screen, so we can grab some buildings. So it's really starting to come together now, so I'm just going to add in, I don't know, cart, and maybe another little one over here. We need scatter. Starting to come together now, but yeah, we need some scatter. Behind me where I sit, I have all manner of my little bits and pieces of my scatter train in these drawers here, labelled up so I can quickly see what's in what. So we're doing a harbour town, so I need my harbour town scatter, which is great, but I might grab the barrels and crates box as well, just for the docks, just in case I run out. And let's see what we got inside them. And here they are. So what we got? Well, we've got another little ship. Might as well add that to the dock here. Why not? This is from the Reaper Brindle sort of set. I love this sort of a pirate guy in an upturned boat, so we'll put that on the shore. Coming soon, we need some horse manure. So we've got all grass on the streets. Put some plops of horse manure there. I mean, I've made 2 of these so far, and these are a little experiment, but they work really well. So a couple of plops of horse manure, and then what we do is things like this with boxes, we just scatter those on perhaps the barrels can go against this wall here. And yeah, all we do now is just go through and we just drop things in and just add some fine detail to it. It's looking good, but I tell you what, it could do with a bit of greenery in here. So for this, dive into the barrels of trees and use beech trees for this. Spot that open. Got some trees around. I think terrain-wise, that is it. That is what we're going to go with, but we're not done yet. We need to bring it to life at the final stage. And that's populating it with NPCs and characters. To my right, as I sit behind the DM screen, I have these IKEA paper trays for offices that I use for miniatures. I've covered them in a brown wood effect so it blends in with the room. That's where my miniatures are. So we'll pick this tray here, which is my sort of NPC, rough NPC, piratey NPCs. I've got one more for nobilities and guards and stuff to tray above. Players and animals and what have you, it all sort of grouped. So for now, we can sort of try and add some NPCs. What I do like to do is little sort of vignettes, little stories as I set my miniatures up, depending on what I've got. So let's do one that I kind of know and like. I set up when I set this up last time. We have this chap here who is waving his arm up, looking like he's having a go at someone. So I'll put him over here like that. So he's going to be down there. I've got this pig miniature. I need more sort of farm stock miniatures. I've got a pig. I thought I had more, but I've only got this pig and a sheep now for some reason. But perhaps he's the owner of that pig. So who is he yelling at? Well, he's going to be yelling at this boy here, who is running off with a pig. So there's a little sort of story. So we put him here. So that boy is running off with a pig. And for this specific board, being Kurutiba in Ierendi, I wanted there was going to be a character called Dak, who is an NPC in the Ierendi book called Dak, and he runs Dak's boat. So during the knock this up, which is just a sign, just says Dak's boats treasure hunting. So that's just one more bit of terrain I'm going to stick here, and because of that, I'm going to move that aside. And this is the model I used for Dak, an ex-pirate running thing. So I'm going to put him here. So that was a big focal point of the game in the middle of the board for my players. And then it's just a case of looking at all the weird and wonderful players. I like him, the fisherman. So he's going to go on the end of the pier down here. So in Pirates of the Caribbean, when Jack Sparrow first lands, he's met with the harbour master who charges him some berthing, and this is this character here. So I'm using this model as him. So the player's berth down here, so we're going to put him here, and that will be the first character they meet here to pay the berthing fee. And yeah, now it's just a case of going around and putting interesting models in. And I'm more interested in miniatures now, of characters such as this. Weird and wonderful NPCs that I can help bring my world to life. Blind Pew, you can go in the street here. Yeah, it is a den of, well, there's a lot of brothels in Kurutiba, so that's where these strumpety type models can come in handy. Perhaps there, quite a few of these. Some of these sort of more rough looking NPCs, not necessarily thieves or anything, dot them around. And so that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to dot miniatures around. Anything that I find interesting, I'll come back and let you know. So this chap here, carrying loads of gear, so let's put some dot markers in. Likewise, we have this chap here. He looks like he could be on offloading a ship. We'll go to load a ship. Some more dodgy ladies dotted around. Night watchman, just a watchman by light. Perhaps he's coming out from here. strolling here, patrolling the streets. Another dock worker. You over here. Another sort of beggar one person, because sort of suits this town well. We'll have you here. Yeah. Speaking of Jack Sparrow earlier on, the Jack Sparrow model, just as in talks being a pirate. Kids playing around. Not to have a female pirate, perhaps she's worshipping at the altar. Almost done. I think let's have this dwarf butcher here holding a pig. Perhaps he is here by his cart ready to sell pigs, and that is who the boy is working for, stealing pigs for this dwarf. And I think finally just one more model to put down, and it's got to be Hugo, isn't it? And then we try and sneak him into every sort of town board or tavern I do somewhere, so we'll put him here, quite prominent. And with that, we've got a board set up. This took longer to do it in this video than it takes me to normally do it by myself. But that's to be expected. I am taking my time explaining what I'm doing rather than just slamming stuff down. And I think it looks really good. I mean, let's have a look at it now. Yeah. Super pleased with it. It is just a lovely board set up. As I said, the ship would normally be there. Nice and dense, so it looks like it's lived in. It looks grimy, which is what I was going for, but at the same time it looks inviting with the sea and the harbour here. Yeah, I was really pleased when I set this up for the game, and I'm still pleased with it looking at it now for this video. I hope you enjoyed seeing this. I mean, just the back screens work really well. It just sort of adds that depth to the streets. It looks like they do go further back with the houses in the background. Obviously, with my setup, I add some ambient lighting to it, so I can change the lighting, which maybe that could be a video we can cover in the future. I sort of touched upon it in a video in the past. I think I might revisit that in the future. But this has been the first Setting the Scene video. I hope you've enjoyed it. All the terrain, I thank my patrons because it's their support that allows me to buy all the materials and equipment and paint for all the terrain we build here. So big thank you to those guys. You are awesome. We are a nice little community over there, and also I put extra videos up if you're interested over on Patreon, stuff that the YouTube algorithm just won't like, but I want to do and people want to watch, but the YouTube algorithm sucks, so I have to do them over there. I'm hoping this series will take off because I really want to do more of these. I don't know what I'm going to do next to Setting the Scene. Could do a jungle turret set one, but I don't have much jungle terrain. I'm still working on that, so this is something I've already got done. If there is a setting scene that you've seen me do in my games and you want to know, want to see a bit more detail, let me know in the comments and we can make that happen. But I think we are going to leave it here. Enjoy the town. Until the next video, guys, stay safe, take care, bye.